My name is Scott Chacon, by the way. I was one of the GitHub co-founders. This was a very long time ago. We did not think that at the time. I think it was more of a side project, but the fun side projects, I think, become really interesting things because it's full of passion, right? So that was kind of the general story. I met all of my co-founders at meetups like this. At the early Twitter campus and stuff like that in San Francisco. So yeah. That's a great. I feel like that's the big question. How AI affects developers. I mean, currently it's interesting. I still do a lot of software development. So from my personal standpoint, a lot of it is based on utility. Like, what do I actually use AI for? And right now I don't really say build me a web page or build me a function or a feature, certainly. It's more how do I loop through an array in Rust or it's kind of stuff that I would look up documentation for before, and I find that is really a lot of the value of a lot of AI tools right now is what would you spend an hour doing that now you can spend 5 minutes doing. But you know what you want it to do, right? So it's not sort of taking initiative and having taste and things like that. But if you know what you want to build, it does. I think it does help save a lot of time. It helps maybe do stuff the way that the average person would do if you don't know, right? If you haven't done it 100 times. So my current company is GitButler. So we do software developer tooling. It's a version control sort of platform that's based on Git. We're mostly focusing on the client side of it right now, so we're trying to build a nicer Git client that's a GUI. What's exciting to me, I think, is rethinking older paradigms. Like, that's always been fun. I think GitHub did that a lot with sort of how do you host Git code. We're trying to do that from what does a Git client look like? What are the workflows supposed to be? What's the first principles? What do you really want to be doing? How do you make something that sort of has this nice happy path that makes it fun and easy to do the things that you normally want to do when you're working on something? And I feel like it's interesting because it's not something you think about that often, but when you implement it, it's very pleasing. It's very nice, right? Like, to be able to say, like, this was easy, whereas before it would have been a pain. Like, any of those paving the cow path or sort of reducing friction paths, I think, are what I like doing about software programming.